We're here on a Wednesday afternoon in front of Dundas Square. Actually, in Dundas Square. I'm about to go watch Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. What are your thoughts about this before we go in and see it?
I do not want to see it. I could care less about this George the Jungle, Curious George bullshit of a movie that just has The Rock looking like every other character who's ever played, with Kevin Hart and Jack Black and Carrie and whatever. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
We got sucked into Jumanji and we become the avatars we chose.
So that means
Bethany?
Oh, wait, Bethany. Don't look at it.
The original Jumanji is like a modern classic, most people think. I feel like this movie got more traction just from the trailer alone, like, oh, a new Jumanji. But most people might forget, there was actually a Jumanji sequel, kind of, already. I don't know if you've seen it, called Zathura.
I have.
Yeah, it's like the sci-fi version. I actually really like that movie.
I really liked it too. I liked it a lot. I think I went in one of those movies. I think I saw it on DVD, and I was like, what is this? This is a Jumanji ripoff? I liked it a lot. But this movie, it doesn't feel like, I guess just in the trailers, I might feel differently after, but it just doesn't feel like it has the heart. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's pretty much what you expect, and like it's coming out around the same time as Star Wars, so we're the only ones who are going to be seeing it.
Watch your step in here.
I don't know if it's an actual sequel or if it's like standing on its own, because it's like Jumanji is like a video game now instead of a board game. But I'm assuming it's going to be what you expect from a movie with like Jack Black, Kevin Hart, and the People's Champ, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a throwaway movie. It is coming at that end of the year after Star Wars. It does feel like it should have been a summer movie. I don't think maybe they had enough hope for it to be a summer movie. Maybe it'll be fun. Maybe I'll have a good time, but I'm not going in with high hopes.
I'm expected to at least laugh once, and I hope Joe Jonas is very attractive in this movie, so I guess we'll go see it.
All right, let's get in there.
We just got out of seeing Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. What did you think?
Okay, so I kind of was a little bit harder on it. I guess prior, I will say it's a fun movie, and The Rock is hilarious. Jack Black's hilarious. Kevin Hart is Kevin Hart. I don't think he played a different character. I think he's just always, I'm sure. Oh no. But I will say the movie's fun half of it. When it gets to the halfway mark, I'm bored. I get the jokes are there. Oh, okay, The Rock doesn't realize how strong he is, and Kevin Hart's short, and Jack Black's a girl, but once you get past the like introduction of all the characters, once you meet Nick Jonas' character, it gets
Joe
boring.
Jonas.
Yeah, Joe Jonas. Sorry, it gets.
Or no, it's Nick Jonas. My bad.
That's what I said. It gets boring. It goes downhill. I'm like, the jokes have been said. We've seen what them, it's like, and I just want the movie over. I looked at my watch a lot. What do you feel?
I think basically, like, if you watch the trailers and stuff, basically it's what you expect from a movie. Like, there's nothing surprising about it. I would say the weakest parts of the movies are the parts when they were their real selves in the real world before they're in the Jumanji jungle. Like, that's like real, like, just bottom of the barrel kind of stuff. But there's some cool elements in it. I kind of liked how they incorporated like the video game element with like the NPCs, and like they have like lives that are represented by their tattoos and stuff like that. There's some cool parts about that, but it's just like kind of run of the mill, like, oh, growing up, learning about themselves kind of story. The jokes are like what you expect. It was funny. Like, I laughed at a few things. Yeah, it was all right. It's The Rock being The Rock.
It's definitely a good family movie. I can see families liking this. It's a good right after Christmas movie. Use your gift cards. But yeah, it's all the jokes you expect. The trailer pretty much shows you all the good stuff. There's maybe a few extra good scenes. I agree though. I like that. Like, there's a scene where it's like, he's like, what's happening? I'm like, I think this is a cutscene. There's all the game tropes that you'd want.
They keep repeating themselves, like some of the NPCs.
The NPCs, the NPCs are good. Lives, all that was good. All the game tropes were pretty much there. I would have liked a little bit more, maybe like when they were in this town, maybe like they actually had to buy things, upgrades. But maybe that's just me being picky. It doesn't really hurt the movie's ratings. It's just I would like to see them really deep into the game part.
Yeah, they could have really had like done a lot with the whole point of the game elements. But I mean, I guess they also want the audience to be able to follow it as well.
I thought the villain was weak. Like he's creepy and he's got the dark eye makeup and he's always got creatures and insects around him, but he's barely in the movie.
I think it was justified just because he's like a shitty video game villain.
He's a pretty bad.
Otherwise, like it'd be like pretty weak on its own. But anyways, I don't think there was really much else to say about the movie.
It's obviously not up for any awards. It's a simple movie. I'm gonna give it a 6.
I'm gonna give it a. Oh, now you're making me out your mind. I was gonna give it a 6.5.
6.5.
I'll stick with that 6.5 because there's some parts that I was like entertained. This is Jake and Jacob.
And I'm Jacob.